This here's a story of an old fella that came down out of the north from somewhere. I don't rightly know where he came from, and he didn't rightly know where he was going right then. But just the same, he was riding through Arkansas on a big white stallion, so folks called him the Arkansas Traveler. And way down there in the deep south, he chanced to run upon an old homestead about like my old homestead, and he got in a conversation with an old feller about like my pa, and it went something like this. He said, "Say, feller, how far is it from here to Little Rock?" And the horse said, "Well, I don't know how far it is from here to Little Rock, but there's a great old big one right on down the road there, Pete." He said, "How long have you been living here, feller?" And pa said, "Son, you see that mountain over yonder? When I came here, that wasn't nothing but a hole in the ground." He said, "You mean you've been living here all this long and don't know where that road goes?" Pa said, "Now, boy, I don't think that road goes nowhere unless it goes off after dark and comes back before daylight." He said, "You're not very far from a fool, are you, feller?" And pa said, "No, son, just this fence between us." About that time, one of Pa's old cows came ambling down the lane there, headed right for that feller's big white stallion. He said, "Would you head that cow for me?" And Pa said, "She's got a head." He said, "Well, would you turn her?" And Pa said, "The hair side's already turned out." He said, "Well, would you just speak to her?" And Pa said, "Good morning, old heifer." Then it started a raining, and Pa told the feller to get down off his horse and come in the house before he got wet, and he did. And just as he stepped in the front door, a big drop of rain hit him on top of the head, and he looked up, and all he could see through that ceiling was sky. He said, "Feller, why don't you get up there and fix that big hole in the roof?" And Pa said, "Well, I can't do it right now, it's raining." He said, "Well, why don't you get up there on a sunny day and fix it?" Pa said, "Well, on a sunny day it don't leak." After the rain had stopped, the traveler went back out to lead, and his horse looked a little peaked. He turned to Pa and said, "Feller, I think my horse is sick." Pa said, "Well, I had an old mule that acted like that one time, and I mixed up some sulfur, sassafras, tater, arsenic, and alcohol and fed it to him." The traveler said, "Well, have you got any of it left?" And Pa said, "Yep, there's about a half a bucket still out there in the barn, just help yourself." He did. He brought that stuff back and fed it to his big white stallion, and it just fell over dead right there in his tracks. He looked at Pa and said, "Feller, I think that stuff killed my horse." Pa said, "Yep, it kind of figures it killed my old mule, too." As he was going out the front gate on Pa's old $150 mule, he was kind of sick of that deal, too. He looked back once more and said, "Feller, are you right sure you don't know how far it is from here to Little Rock?" Pa said, "Well, I hear tell it's about 3 lengths of a foot." He said, "Well, how far is that?" Pa said, "Well, I don't know. Why don't you just lay down and measure?"